So my wife Sam and I drove down to Missouri to do some public land hunting and hang out with some of our friends from Tethered. And it was really just like a 4-day trip for us. The first day we just did a bunch of scouting, put on 8 miles, boots on the ground, running the ridges, looking for deer sign, and there wasn't a lot of acorns still on the ground. There just wasn't a whole ton of sign. The only place where we really did start to find a lot of sign was down in the river bottom areas where they had some of this green stuff that was really starting to carpet the ground. And that first day we ended up just seeing some turkeys, but really not much else. Second day, it was really warm again, over 60 degrees for a high those 2 days. Before first light on the roads, driving around, we did see some big bucks crossing the road and kind of moving around, but during the daylight hours, there just was not hardly any movement. And then we had a big front coming in. So from Sunday night into Monday morning, the temperatures really dropped. We got rain, hard winds, and that temperature, as it continued to go down throughout the day, turned into sleet. That sleet eventually turned into snow, and at that point we headed down into the woods for our 3rd day hunt. Now we were kind of thinking that afternoon might not be super hot. Maybe the deer would be hunkered down a little bit just to wait for that front to kind of pass through, and that the following day, that really cold, clear, calm air, that would be the time when the deer would start moving. So we planned on just hanging our saddle stuff up in a tree in a really good thermal hub in preparation for that following morning, and then just hunting close to the road after that. But on the way back through, we ended up finding in that river bottom area some fresh tracks in the snow, and we actually saw a buck following a doe through that area, so we just decided to set up right then and there in a deadfall that we found. Oh, don't move. I see it. It's pretty close. I think it's a doe or a fawn. Yeah, they can go through anywhere through here. That's big stuff.
It was big, but it was
the body was big.
yeah.
I didn't see a huge rack on it. If he's locked on a doe, he's not gonna be.
They're running by.
The tough thing is you're not gonna get him to stop. Yeah, he's following the doe. 40 yards. I guess, yeah. I'm gonna try and turn. He will be. Maybe not. No, don't move. Don't move. Don't move. Oh,
Did you get him?
I nailed him.
Oh my God. Oh my God. How big was he?
It's nice.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Here's my fob that popped off on the pass through. So he must have been standing. There's some blood.
Oh yeah, I see it. Nice.
Oh, there's the arrow. Blood on the arrow. Without a light, not gonna ever found that. So let's put the knock. Yep. Put that there.
That's what Shane does.
Yep. We ended up seeing a fawn that caught within 25 yards of us. Never knew we were here. And then we saw a buck chasing a doe out behind us about 60 yards. And then just, half hour ago, we had a doe come walking out, and sure enough, there's a big body deer behind her. So I get my stuff ready. I'm standing right here. Sam's standing right here. And so I slowly turn the doe. The wind's going this way, right? So if the doe goes right here, we're busted. She was on a path to come about 8 yards away from this deadfall. She locked up, and then she trotted off. I'm like, oh, crap. Well, the buck just stood there quartering to. He finally turned his head and kind of looked. And I figured, well, now or never. So I drew back, and he didn't bolt when I got to full draw. But he just froze up at broadside. Just basically had one small limb that I thought I could clear. The 20-yard pin was right on the limb. And I was hoping with the arc I'd just make it over. And I shot into the best of my memory and eyesight. It looked like it hit him right behind the shoulder about halfway up. Tracked it for about 40 yards. There's light blood, which could be expected from a hit, not necessarily toward the bottom with a small fixed blade. The smart play is to kind of regroup and give it a little bit more time, even though I think the hit was good. We didn't hear him crash. So we're just going to give him a little bit more time, pack our stuff up, and it's obviously almost dark, so we're going to get our headlamps out, and then we'll hopefully find a dead buck.
All right.
Pretty quick though.
Yeah, he's bleeding quick.
Yeah.
That's good spray too.
Smells nice.
Yep, gotta love that. Yeah, there's blood all over this high stuff here.
I don't know. This is all man down. He got it on right here.
Yeah, he went that way right there. Good blood in it. I know. Yeah, he's hurting. Yeah. Dude, he looks like a good one too.
Yes, he does.
All right, take your bow.
Oh yeah, man. Nice buck, man.
Yes. Awesome, dude.
Heck yeah, man. Beautiful buck.
I was concerned because you guys were going to be here the least amount of days of anybody.
Yep.
That's awesome, man. Smile, newlyweds. It's better than a honeymoon, ain't it, Sam?
All right. Just super pumped. I mean, talk about a tail between 2 days. Between yesterday was 65 degrees. Nobody saw hardly any deer, and today it was like the switch just flipped. And picking that spot, it was kind of almost a little bit of feel and a little bit of luck, because we happened to see a buck and a doe running across this area, open river bottom. Well, there happened to be some good convergence of some like kind of CRP fields and just different types of timber all kind of converging in this one little spot. And I mean, the deer could have run anywhere through there, but we got lucky that that doe dragged this buck right within 25 yards, and also lucky that after the doe busted, the buck stayed there just long enough for me to get to full draw on the ground and be able to touch off an arrow. So got some help here from the tethered crew. We're gonna get this guy back up to the truck, and couldn't be more happy.
No graceful way to do this. There we go, yep. I resisted, but I almost last night when I walked in, I almost shook and said, "Hey Daniel, how's it going?" But I didn't. I refrained.
Daniel. And you can't beat that.
Oh, no.